Hey, this is Luke. Welcome to Lure It Up Podcast. Powered by Bazodi Magazine. We'll be interviewing local creators who were in and around the clock for the crop over season and beyond. Join us on this journey as we go behind the scenes of what makes crop over, crop over. Welcome to episode 3 of the Lure It Up Podcast, powered by Bazodi Magazine, recorded and produced by Robbie at Nameless Productions. On this week's episode, we'll be talking to Ashley from the National Cultural Foundation and Richel from Twisted Entertainment, the producers of Tipsy. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so today we have with us Miss Ashley Dyall from the National Cultural Foundation. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. So I just wanted to talk about the Barbados Crop Over Festival, specifically 2022, and what people can expect, what people should look forward to, what they don't know about, and possible other things in the calendar.
Okay, so we had an unfortunate hiatus from the festival, which no one expected. So in 2019, actually, the NCF and the BTMI sat down and we decided, you know what, we're going to rebrand the festival for 2020. We had a lot of meetings and we sat in a room and we said, you know what do we like about the festival? So there was a group of us, a bunch of us. We had like some other influencers that weren't a part of the BTMI or the NCF, and everybody kind of just put down on the paper, what do they like about the festival? And there were some interesting things that came up. So we then decided, we need a new logo, we need a new look, we need a new brand. That Barbados is going to be the world's biggest playground for summer every year. No matter where you are in the world, you're going to want to come to Barbados. So obviously we had to incorporate the new look for crop over as well as the foundation for crop over. So which is why now you're going to see that heart, because it pretty much shows what you love.
Yeah.
The colors are bright. There's a sugar cane in it. There's a drum in it. There's a stilt walker in it. And it encompasses like the folk, but it's still in a modern way.
Right. Still a modern context.
Yeah, we never got to launch. We never got to launch that. We were so excited, we were like, we worked on the look and feel. We worked on what everything was going to look like, and we were ready to go, for 2020. And then COVID said, nah.
Okay. Oh, so you did all this conversation before
We did
COVID.
all of this before.
Oh,
we never got to bring out anything. So we were ready to go. Then 2020, 2021, we were very disappointed. And then in 2022, crop over is back.
Yes.
So now the branding and the look, and everybody's getting a chance to experience it. And the conversation is coming from crop over. The conversation is not coming from the NCF. The conversation is not coming from the BTMI. The conversation is with the people and crop over. So we've taken a couple things off of the calendar this year. We have less events. The festival is a little shorter on our end because we decided, we're going to come together with the private events.
Yes.
And we are going to just have one big festival. It's not going to be the NCF and the private promoters. It's just going to be crop over. Let's all get together and do this thing together. We all benefit, let's get together. We'll handle the heritage. We'll handle certain economical aspects of the festival. And you guys handle, what you do.
Right, just do your thing.
You do, and we will partner together. Our first event actually is going to be the Central Bank of Barbados Crop Over Visual Arts Festival, which actually starts May 25th because crop over is more than a carnival.
Right,
exactly. You've always had that discussion.
Right, exactly.
It's more than a carnival, right?
That's
so
right.
we start with the visual arts because at the end of the day, art is also one of the founding elements of the festival. Because even when you're jumping in a band and you're putting on a costume, somebody had to draw that costume, somebody had to design that costume, make that costume. So you have to take that into consideration as well. So that begins May 25th and it runs straight down to August 31st. However, the theme is against all odds. You should come out because
exactly.
Look at it as kind of, our conversation after becoming a republic. And there are going to be 3 themes: questions of freedom, land, and then future forward. You have to book an appointment to go, obviously, because COVID. So, book an appointment and just view the gallery, view the exhibition. There are going to be some master artists, and then you'll have the up-and-coming emerging artists as well. Then we move on to the crop over sweet limes. Now, you would have had the cavalcades, or in 2019, it would have been the beigeramas.
Right.
This year, we're doing the sweet limes. We're going to bars. We want to, generate some economic activity on islands. So we're going to go to bars and help promote their bar. Kind of like, jumpstart the festival, because you don't want that hard start
in
July.
You want jumpstart
when you have that hard start in July, it feels like the festival takes forever to start. So kind of just going around the island. And then July 2nd, we have the ceremonial delivery of the last cane, which is blessing of the cane, which is actually, crop over. So beginner, crop done, and you're ready to, celebrate. So that is on July 2nd as well. And that will be at Portville Sugar Factory, and you'll have the parade leaving from Rock Hall Freedom Park, going straight onto Portville Sugar Factory. And it's going to be like one big festival fair and a vintage calypso show at the end. So
that's good. That's good. That's good.
Family affair. Some changes for the festival that you know you really, really want to know about.
Absolutely.
We're not having Soca Monarch this year. We are having a People's Choice competition, and you have a chance to win. So artists submit their songs, and top 20 win $2,000 just from voting. Top 40 wins $2,000.
Top 40 win $2,000.
Top 20 wins $1,000, and then they have the opportunity to perform at a show called Soca Ruction, which is on July 31st, which is the night before Grand Kaduma, because we creating Ruction right down to Grand Kaduma. And that'll be one big show, a bit of mix of Party Monarch, a bit of mix of what Cobbler Pot would have been. So that replaces Soca Monarch this year. We're not doing Pampanisan, we're doing Pandemonium, and that is at the National Botanical Gardens. And did you see our Steel Orchestra on Republic? They'll be back. They'd only been in rehearsal maybe about 4 weeks before Republic. So imagine now after.
I'm all the same.
And they have vibe. I remember CEO said that they went to the rehearsal the night before, and she was like, nah, we got to put more steel in this stage, because these children got vibe. And then 4-day morning is not in town this year. We have 2 new routes. We went to the bands and we asked them, where would you want to go? And we ended up at these 2 routes. So one is Balls Christchurch to Newton Roundabout and then back. And then the other one is King George V Memorial Park to Bushy Park Racing Circuit. Grand Kaduma has a new, very long route.
Yes.
And Joel, we've been asking for more road for a long time.
Ages,
you're leaving Warrens, going to the Emancipation Statue, and then you're going back to Waterford, down Waterford Boulevard, and you're ending at the National Stadium. We have the Junior Monarch again this year. It's going to split into 3 categories: Soca, Calypso, and Bashment.
Oh, that's good. I like that element.
That is happening again this year. And honestly, it is a pandemic. This pandemic is still happening. COVID is still happening. But we're producing a responsible festival. But we're producing a festival with vibes. And we expect people to still bring
the vibes. Exactly. So to have something different. So it's like, all these changes are not set in stone, but you just want to do something different. You want to bring the vibes.
See what happened. I know we always want new, but then we still don't want change.
We don't want to change. We want something new, but not change. That's so true. We want nothing to ever change, but we still want stuff to be fresh and current and hit and happening. I really do like the changes, because as you said, then you're looking to keep people in mind and keep the pandemic still in mind, because it's still going on, and still make provisions for people to still have fun with something new, just in a new dynamic, And
we're working with our stakeholder groups, to produce a festival that everyone loves and, that we all benefit, not one person benefits the other one. But, we're working with them. We've had discussions with the private promoters. We've had discussions with the tents. We've had discussions with some Calypsonians, DJs. We can't speak to everyone, but we try to have a discussion with, because every sector experiences something different, and we may not always know, what you're experiencing. So come and tell us what you're experiencing, and let's see how we could, assist.
I like that y'all have those conversations with people and get a feel for what's going on the ground, because they know, like, Papa is so hectic.
You've been to
I know.
conversations already too. They're cordial.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what people think. They're very cordial.
Yeah, it's good that you have those conversations and because it could be very hectic going on, especially into the last month. mind could just be completely lost by all this stuff that's going on. So you might not know, as you say, different stuff happening with the artists, different stuff happening with DJs. If you're throwing a party, is a different thing. And throwing a band is a different thing. So all different stuff that goes into play that one body saying no, one position might not consider.
Yeah, and the calendar came out. I think when the crop over calendar came out, people were like, all right, it real no.
Yeah. No, that was really it.
Because people, it was announced, crop over was happening, but people were still like, this really, really happening.
Right.
But when the calendar launched, it was like, yes, it is happening.
And they got a real feel for it, exactly. And you say they could look at the calendar and know, okay, I got this stuff
There's
to go to.
There's specific events, I can now plan my outfit. I can now plan, my budget, my plan.
Exactly. And there were changes to Bridgetown Market too as well.
Right, we're not having a Bridgetown Market this year. We're now having some art pop-ups. We're going to take the vendors all over the island. We're actually partnering with Cloth Lifestyle pop-up shop this year as well. So that will technically be our first pop-up. Okay, so we will have a local craft village in her pop-up. And then we have pop-ups in Hero Square, Pelican, Golden Square.
Yeah. That's good. Cloth, that's June 25th, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Correct.
That's brilliant. I like that, actually. Like bringing crop over, as you say, you're moving.
We're not trying to compete.
Right, exactly.
So we would have had a pop-up plan, and then I saw on Instagram, I was like, all right, let me message her on Instagram.
Right.
Send me your number.
Right. Have that conversation. I know I like that. As you say, it doesn't have that NCF doing one thing, and people over here doing everything is one thing all together where everybody working together.
We do exist on social media.
Right. So people can come and find. Right. People know where to go, and they all see too as well what's going on. Okay, that's very, very interesting. So these sweet limes, as you say, you go into the communities, you take that around the island.
And that is in June, starting June 9th to June 30th.
And as you say, replace cavalcades, and then that will be warm up, and then you kick into high gear.
July 2nd, and the ceremony delivery the last Kings is, the festival.
The festival, exactly. That's a big thing. Is this like the church just come on, and then it's got these 3 triplets where the people's getting. No, the church just have these 3 triplets that's be where they just go down the road, and then the old man's come on, he's blessed the kids. There's got the donkey cart.
Spiritual baptism.
Right, spiritual baptism. There we go. Spiritual baptism.
So they've taken it directly back to the sugar factory.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
I saw you guys doing you and
a
Alec
documentary. Me and Alec Drayton, me and Alexander James. We were there today actually. Yeah. We were at the same sugar factory doing a tour and going around and stuff like that. So we have a documentary coming out called The Pros. But yeah, so I like that it leaves from Rock Hall because of the significance of Rock Hall, and then goes to the sugar factory, and everything ties into the season emancipation.
Yes.
And it all fully fleshed out.
I'm looking forward to that. When are you guys releasing? I'll call Alec myself.
Yeah, probably we maybe have a draft 2 weeks, but yeah, he has a mountain of stuff to cover.
Yeah,
Yeah, a lot. So we have a lot of content, so I'm really looking forward to that.
So what are you going to this season, Luke?
Well, am I not going to? This should really be the better question, because there's so much stuff to go to. Because I used to be a camp kid, so I want to go to Sweet Limes to see what they're like and see where they move around and how people respond. And
we've been in for quite a while, and some people are still afraid, to kind of go outside. They want to go outside, but they're still kind of afraid to go. So these Sweet Limes would be nice because it'd be a smaller event. You could dip your toe in the water and start to get, comfortable with being outside again. Because, it takes 28 days to form a habit.
True.
And then it just goes from there. And you've been inside for 2 years.
True.
So there'll be the half of us that are ready to just, go wild.
Yeah.
But there'll be some that still, need to. I needed to creep. I need to creep back outside. But.
No, I hit 2 pots together. I was there. I appeared like a genie, and that was me. So. But yeah, as you say, and then they'll be free, so then people could just come out and you could get a taste of the crop over fields. Very I was growing up, I'm young, but when I was growing up, you would have those events that would be free or next to nothing. You could come out and you could
so that everyone can enjoy the festival. Everyone can enjoy the festival, and the NCF will always take that role. We'll always take that role. Pandemonium is free. The only event we have Pandemonium is free. The only events we have that aren't free this year are Soul Correction, Pickety Crop, Junior Monarch. Everything else is free.
That's yeah. And it's good for people then because it makes crop over what it is.
And you still get to experience the artists that are at a lot of the paid events, you know. You still get to experience the music, the song, and the vibe.
Right.
But we cater for a crowd that may not necessarily be able to afford
like I say 60, 80, 100.
I mean, that and then a family crowd.
Or a family crowd, yeah. Because that's even with the same ceremony delivery last Kings, all shaped around family and people coming out having fun. And then it's important too for people's young children to be able to come out and see in their own way, learn a little bit about our history or about our culture. When you grow up, you might not necessarily say, I'm going to this event, but you would say, you know, I went when I was younger and this is how you remember this, you remember that, you know, experiences, you know? Yeah, about crafting experiences. Because I remember as a little boy, some people say they rode and watching the bands come down, the police come and clear me for the last band and all that. So yeah, so as you say, it's about the experiences. So they grow up knowing that, you know, I grew up seeing the Donkey Cart, grew up seeing Last Kings, the Spiritual Baptists, and see all of that. Yeah, I think that's very, very, I think people will enjoy the festival this year. Yeah. Because you don't know how much you miss something until it's gone. Until it's gone and you can't. And when COVID hit in 2020, we just assumed, all right, next year. Yeah, this thing everybody was saying next year. Next year. So next year. And then when next year came, we were like, we still in COVID? We're still in COVID, yeah. So people were a little skeptical. Crop over is here. Crop over is happening. The NCF going on the road. So y'all need to go down the road with us. Yeah, exactly. No, really, as you say, the calendar, like, there wasn't any kind of, like, trepidation, you know, y'all trying to make sure it was, like, we going ahead, and this is how we decide to do it, and this is how we could do it safely, and this is how we can have fun, and this is how we can have a proper festival. It's not going to be the usual stereotypical festival, but I like the fact that NCF took a chance to say, we do this different. You ain't going to go down Spring Garden this year and do something different. It's like, I want to experience that, you know, because I want to be in the future and say, oh, correct. Back in my day, we went down the highway, you know, we didn't go down Spring Garden, you know, so I want to be able to do all that type of stuff, right? I want to be able to say that I have those experiences and say I did something different. Like, I can now say, like, oh, you know, I was there when the jump used to start at Warrens, you know, I was there when the jump used to turn down at first and go down Brighton, but now it's good and come back down, you know? So all those are experiences. We're now part of the change. Right? Exactly. Imagine that. I didn't think about that. That's a very good point. We was there when you used to climb on a mental wall. Correct. Stand up how you talk and work at Sting, you know? And I just want people to, you know, enjoy the festival, you know, be safe. And safe in more than one way, not necessarily just about COVID, but be safe generally, you know? Be responsible, you know, don't get too carried away. We're not littering, we're not throwing our cups on the ground, you know, we still live in Barbados, which is supposed to be a beautiful Barbados. You know, we want to protect the island that is ours and that we live in and that we have to continue to live in. Don't drink too much. I know you know. Yeah, when you say carried away, that's for first. Your alcohol tolerance may not be the way it's not the same after 2 years, you know. So, you know, just be careful, you know. We want to go into crop over and come out of crop over with the same people we went into crop over with. Yeah, same thing, you know. So I agree with you 100% that you ain't gotta overdo. Enjoy the festival and then enjoy tag, you know, take pictures. Right. You know, we crop over this year. I think it's gonna be really good. I think so, and I've had people from February. We are the first, I guess, of the bigger festivals in the Caribbean that will be coming out. So. Absolutely. I got people from Jamaica smashing me every day, every 2 days. Like, what to come to? When should I come? Somebody messaged me from St. Lucia last week. What days should I come? We're looking at what events will you recommend. And I think COVID might have been a blessing in that way because now you have persons that are able to work from home. So they're able to come into the island and stay for a longer period of time because they're now able to, you know, work from home. That may work for us, you know, in the long run. Because I have a group of 6 Trinidadian friends and they're like, okay, we want to come for crop over, but we want to stay afterwards. We want to see some of the island. So what should we do? Where should we go? Can they have that flexibility now and freedom? Correct. You don't have to rush home. You ain't got to rush home. So you got to get back here in 95 because you could do the work down here. Yeah, we got internet here. We got internet. Stay with electricity. We good to go, you know? Really interesting. So remind people of the handles for where they could find Crop Over on social media. Correct. So this year we separated the NCS page from the Crop Over page because, as I said, it's conversations with Crop Over. You're talking to Crop Over now. So you will find information on the NCS page as per usual, which is at the NCF Barbados on Instagram or NCF Barbados on Facebook. But you can visit the Barbados Crop Over Festival on Facebook or at lovecropover.bb
on Instagram, we'll have some giveaways in
I know people will be looking for
we
that.
got some giveaways.
Yeah.
We got nice stuff.
Right? Probably even going to bring you back to have a conversation around Ruction and do a giveaway for that as well, too.
No problem.
Because I know people will be looking for that, especially as the competition heats up, more people come on board, and who's in the top 4, the top 20, and all the controversy that can attract people.
What are you saying? This is going to be nice. What are you talking about? Controversy. That's a bad word.
But I fully expect it's going to be fun. And looking forward to seeing the artists come back and hearing the new music and seeing just the
I think
events.
artists are going to have a lot of music.
Yeah, a lot. They should. You could even, who they bring up music in 2020, you could still bring that back.
Yeah, correct.
They could have all the fun in the world. And I do I wanted to go back. The junior, is it Junior Monarch?
Yes.
And they have a bashment aspect to that.
Yes,
I love that y'all are incorporating bashment.
The thing is that, we have to incorporate all aspects of culture. People just assume that, there are certain aspects of culture that we don't want to deal with. And that's not true. You need to, own it. You need to not let it get away.
Right. That's phenomenal control. Right, exactly. No, yeah. I love that, exactly. I love the fact you could sit down now, you could hold it, you could say, all right.
Bashment is Beijing.
Where is Beijing, exactly. So you ain't gonna have to go wild or go down a particular route. It's whether you hold it and shape it and carry it down this route. Or this route, or you could carry it this way,
Yeah, let's see how we can work together and start exporting our music and not have to, alter our music to sound like someone else that exports it.
Because there's always been a big drive for bashment.
You see bashment now on TikTok. You see big artists now, stars, TikTok into bashment music. I mean, I'm sure they don't understand anything that was said.
They don't understand. No, that's the thing. But they love it. They love the beat, love the dancing, love the catchy lyrics. And no, especially in diaspora, especially
Correct.
in the UK, diaspora is very big. And they always want more.
And the thing is, what is interesting about bashment music for me is that they take some lyrics and put them together that you would never ever think would go together.
Ever.
It's always like a clutch make pearls.
Right. So I want to thank you very much, Ashley, for coming to our podcast.
No problem.
And we'll look forward to having you back in the future.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Okay, so we're here tonight with Richel from Tipsy, Twisted Entertainment, who produces the event Tipsy.
Hi, Luke. Great to be here.
Thank you for coming.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yes. So I want to talk tonight about Twisted Entertainment and talk about Tipsy, the event, the ethos behind the brand, what y'all have in store for us, y'all looking to do, everything, and of course, the big African giant Burna Boy, which everybody wants to know about.
Well, where will I start? I'll just give a little background. So Twisted Entertainment, it was formed in 2013.
Oh, wow.
So this is our 10th year, but not our anniversary. Our anniversary will be next year, but this will be the 10th year of events.
Wow.
So it started with an all-inclusive party called Twisted.
Right.
And from there, we went on to have Tipsy. From there, we also had BIM Tipsy, which is our November event. We had a Rewind, the Kadooment Day event. And in addition to that, we even had a comedy show a time. Do you remember that?
I think so, yeah.
We had a comedy show. And so over the years, we've just been, trying to improve the brand, the type of events that we have, try to diversify a bit. Through COVID, we had to cancel our big Tipsy party. And we had the Tipsy weekend of events where we had the old night, the breakfast party, we had a cruise, we had a movie night in there. And even that is the other day, but that's was that in 2020? I think it was. It feels so close, but that was a little while ago. So we've also been having these Twisted pop-up parties. The most recent one was last December, which was at Copa. So the brand has been around for a little while.
Wait a minute, yeah.
Although I feel like most people are not counting the last 2 years with COVID for anything.
Exactly.
But we've been around and we've been trying to bring these high-level events to Barbados. And you would know right now our most prominent event is Tipsy,
of course.
The all-white party.
Yes.
And that's coming up soon in July 17th.
And what could people be looking forward to at that?
We try each year to just improve on what we've done before. So through the years with Tipsy, I think the first one literally had like 350 people. And over time, that's gone to like 6,000, almost 7,000 people. You know, it's really grown. And we would have brought in Cass, the band, a couple of times. We would have had Shal Marshall, Bayan.
Right, and Bungie.
Yes, and Bungie. Yeah, they were there as well. And so this year, we had the opportunity to bring Burna Boy, which everyone seems to be very excited about.
Everybody.
Yeah, and I'm super excited as well. We're all really looking forward to it. We could not have asked for a better opportunity, you know what I mean? And we have him coming. We also have Cass. We have Boyce. We have some regional DJs, our local DJs for sure, and Hypersounds is also going to be there.
Right.
So for the event, we always try to just take it one step up. So even with the decor over the years, I don't know if you recall, we would have different things. Like we had the umbrellas.
Remember the umbrella? And that was a huge thing that year. And people were freaking out. Everybody taking pictures of the umbrellas. And then it ended up at Lime Grove too. They had umbrellas. Yeah.
And then we did the lanterns another year. And then do you remember we had the blue and white entrance with the bougainvillea?
Yes.
Right. So all of those things have become part of the Tipsy image and brand. The decor, of course, the vibe. We usually would have drink specials.
Yeah.
It's Tipsy, so
exactly.
It has to be Tipsy. And just high energy. Like we want that when people come to the event, from the time they walk in, is like they're just ready to free up, have a good time, and just have a good vibe. The DJs are there. You know, we're not waiting for, well, Cass is coming on now, so I'm waiting for Cass. No, just come from the time you walk in, like it's an experience. That's what we aim for anyway.
Yeah.
And we just try to keep improving all of the little things behind the scenes too.
Right.
We're always like, oh gosh, like how did this translate on the other end? But we just try to make sure things go as smoothly as possible and people really have a good time, because of course we appreciate all of the support that we get.
I know the brand is even bigger. It's gone global.
Yeah.
Everything. And it's good to see a Barbadian brand being able to do that, especially from even before Burna Boy, Miami Carnival last year.
Yes, we had an event in Miami Carnival. And we've had events as well in Grenada and we had one in Dominica. And I should also mention, like outside of the events for Crop Over and everything, most of the time at Christmas, we weren't able to do it recently because of COVID. But at Christmas, we would usually have a children's Christmas party.
Really?
We would. Yeah. If you go on our Instagram, you can look back. We have photo albums there where we would partner usually with the childcare board. We would ask them to suggest like a children's home and we would buy gifts and we would have like a day of giving back. We would bring usually like a jumping tent and a clown, and we would make a day of it and have a Santa.
Y'all can't see my eyebrows in the air because they're like,
I'm like, Luke is actually looking at me shocked. But it was very important for us, and it still is. Well, more than 1 year we had it at the Graham Hall Sanctuary. And the kids came. We had a Santa come out. Everything.
Yeah, because I'm sorry, I've never heard this with crop over brands, with event brands at all. It's that you make your money at event and that's it.
No.
People is cut and you don't see them till the next year when they start back up. Like, so it's good to see it have that type of community feel, even with, because I was just touching on Miami Carnival, because people would say you have these big Barbadian brands and they don't ever actually move out of Barbados. They don't ever go anywhere, do anything. Like Barbadian DJs, you have good DJs who don't ever move out of Barbados. It's like, so it was good to be able to see that and say, okay, yeah, this brand did it, you know, like other brands could do it. It's possible. You could translate your brand overseas and how would that look? How would that feel? But I love that there's that community aspect to it as well.
There definitely is. And even when there was the hurricane,
right,
we had done the Barbados Cares and everything.
I remember that.
Because, you know, as I said, we try to make sure, like, yes, there's the fun side, and there's the benefit, there's the events, but you still want to give back to the community as well. So we do try to focus on that. As I said, unfortunately, the last 2 years we did not get to, but hopefully very soon we'll be able to do that again, maybe from this Christmas.
Wow, hopefully. I think that's brilliant. That's unheard of again. Yeah, that's I think an aspect that most people would not have known or would not have thought about or consider that this is something that a brand does. It really expands it a lot more because again, bands, events, they just want the event or because when it happens, that's done, cut, and you're gone, and you're coming back next year to only promote your event.
Well, I mean, I don't know what other people might be doing behind the scenes that we don't know about.
True.
Because, you know, some people maybe didn't even know that we did this.
True, exactly.
But we definitely do try to incorporate that. And in terms of taking the events overseas, of course, it has been a risk in prior years. You know, you have to take the chance. But I would say like Miami, again, it was a good opportunity. It came off really well because, you know, without the patrons, without the support,
true. That's very true.
What do you have?
Exactly.
Nothing, you know? So like I would always say, if you see our Instagram DMs, we definitely try to keep an open line of communication. We really try to respond to people, make sure that there's just a feeling of like, this is a Twisted family.
Right.
And so that's basically what the brand is about.
Like you flashed out the whole story now, and our listeners could get a better idea of what the brand is about. Because again, this is what we try to aim to do with the podcast, that people don't get to see like this size of the brands and not just event. This body coming, this DJ coming, but it's like, we have a whole family being here. We have people doing stuff. There's stuff going on. The
group itself is very diverse. You know, we have different people from different fields and it works. It just works. So
I wanted to go on to ask about Crop Over 22 and what people should look forward to at the Tipsy All White Party.
Probably going to be one of, if not the best Tipsy to date, because we're very excited. I think a lot of people are very excited to be outside again. We've not had Crop Over, so the energy is already there. We're hoping that it's just pure vibes for the whole event. Some of the DJs that we have coming in are Kevin Crown, Vibes of Voicey, which is Travis World and Major Penny, Just Jay, Salt and Dawn, Jag with the Champ, and Hutchie and Sis. So like it's going, that's why I say this is not an event for you to say, okay, the event starts at 4, I'm going to get there at 7 because I feel that performances are starting at 8.
Right.
Don't do that. Come early, have a good time, get the full experience of the party. It's not just a station, no, it's a full experience. You come in, get your drinks, get a little tipsy, and enjoy the party with the DJs. They always deliver.
Yeah, they always
for sure.
Deliver.
So
always.
I don't have any worries about that. That is going to be good energy. So you come in your party. Definitely people can look forward to good energy for the event. We're going to have some of our drink specials. But just know it's going to be a great time.
Yeah. Definitely know that this is the, if not one of the events for the season that people are really looking forward to. That like to have a Crop Over event, bringing such a big artist, and then it doesn't feel like it overshadows the festival.
No, definitely. And I think, you know, Burna Boy, I think he's a good choice.
I think he was a good choice.
That's
a possibility, but you know.
So it will definitely complement the season. And in addition to that, it can attract other people as well.
Overseas, on my Twitter, I started again. People asking me and messaging me and saying, okay, he's coming in. Like, what's Barbados like? What can I expect? All that type of stuff.
Exactly. And even just from our neighboring islands.
True, you know?
Because we would do that sometimes.
Yeah, we would do that, exactly.
You know, if we knew, I think when they had Beyonce in Trinidad, you know, people went
down.
Right?
Exactly.
So it's like I think we can expect that. You know, it benefits the whole
benefits the whole fact. That's the thing. So it's not just alone around Tipsy. It's like the whole festival then benefits. Then BTMI must be happy you get Burna Boy coming in. And whole sets of people who probably would not have thought about Crop Over or thought about Barbados in some months. Now suddenly eyes on Crop Over. It's like he has a big following that you could come down now, you can experience it, and then you'll be able to the knock-on effect. You experience Crop Over.
Exactly. And the other
Barbados.
Things. And that weekend, I think there are some other events going on that weekend too. So that's good.
Because it leads right into the last lap. And then you get full sets of stuff going on. Yeah. Okay, so tell me about BIM Tipsy, what you have planned for later on this year.
We do have some plans for BIM Tipsy, so that will be on once all goes well in November. Unfortunately, we're not going to have Rewind this year. Which is usually our Kadooment Day event. But
can't have everything. Can't figure it. So
but BIM Tipsy will definitely be on, and you never know, maybe we'll head back to Miami Carnival too.
True. That's good. That's cool.
So it's gonna be a full year.
A full year.
Hopefully, because things have been so unpredictable.
Down,
but
really
hopefully it will definitely be a full year.
With Burna Boy and everything, definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that's going on July 17th.
Yeah, July 17th.
And I know you're going to be there.
You know I'll be there.
And I know that you're going to give away some tickets.
Absolutely. I have 2 tickets to give away. So we'll do that in the post on Instagram and everything, and make sure to have people just listen through.
Yeah, exactly. And for people that don't win those tickets, they can go to our outlets, which I'm going to list for you. Tickets right now are $150. And those are available online at ticketlinks.com. Also at Backyard Restaurant in Hastings, Supernova in Sheraton Mall, Intermix in Sky Mall, Soul Addiction in Broad Street, Yaffa in Rowett Street, Shoe Crush in Dome Mall, and iMart in the Walk Welches, and also iMart Lanterns. So they can definitely grab those tickets from there. Trust me, don't wait too late.
Yeah, listen.
It's already late.
It's late, exactly.
Because we're on to our tier 3 tickets.
Exactly. So I want you to know, right, that I think it was when the news came out, somebody messaged me and they say, I need a favor. Come for me and we got going into Yaffa. Yaffa got the last tickets for Tipsy. We going into we bought like the last, I think there were 2 left after we left there. And that was the last boutique. And then like a day or 2 later, the Burna Boy news came out. It was part illegally there on Robert Street. Just telling we gone there.
Risking it all.
Yeah, just come and park down there. And then get your car and rush and go on upstairs and get your tickets. And say, I hear some news. I don't really know, but I'm making sure I get my ticket. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, serious thing.
Yeah, because that went off from his end.
Exactly,
before it went off from our end. So
because it popped off on Twitter, and that's where I saw it, and I'm like, what are y'all talking about? And somebody DM me and send me like a Fader article, and I'm like, Fader? I was like, it's there. Yeah,
so hopefully, and I feel it will come through, that everything will be smooth.
I definitely believe that.
And really a good time for everybody that attends.
Definitely. No, it's always a good time, because when I went that year, I think it was 2019, I was there. I went early and left, and I came back, and it was, so as you said, I left. I had another event to go to. Yeah.
Fair. I understand.
And I came back later on afterwards, But I went, of course, I wanted to see it early, as you said, the decor, the setup, because I remember your 2017 BIM Tipsy, like, when you came through the entrance, it was like you went into a chattel house before you exited the other side, right?
Yes.
And then it had like the old mahogany furniture, the old TV, the dresser with proper set. And I was like, okay, there's attention to detail
house,
that you don't normally see, that brands don't normally put into their events. So that's a new thing that's now coming back.
Yeah, and to make it an experience.
And make it an experience, as you say. So I went early to see it in the light in 2019. As you say, the Blue Tunnel and the Bougainvillea and
everything.
There was the beach balls and stuff hung up. Yeah.
You know what I'm now remembering too?
What's that?
There was a year that Infamous was hosting, and he went into that ball.
He went across the crowd. Yeah, I remember. Oh my gosh, yeah. What was that, 2018, 2016?
I think that was like 2018 or 17.
He went into the crowd and the thing, then he went down and picked him up, they threw him back on stage.
Oh my gosh, it was hilarious.
No,
But that is what Tipsy is all about.
Yeah, that is
a good time. Don't take yourself too seriously.
Right,
we're not, life is already hard enough as it is.
Yeah.
So it's like you coming out to enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
For sure.
What more can you want? And really and truly, 150 for Burna Boy in Barbados is.
And it's not just Burna Boy.
Exactly.
Keep that part
in mind. Keep that in mind, exactly.
Right? It's Burna Boy, it's Kes, it's Voice, it's Hyper Sounds.
Yeah.
It's an experience.
A chance is just all the DJs who are already big brand names, car carrying names that people put on their events. So it's like as a whole suite of people that you get here.
Exactly.
For a very, very incredibly reasonable price.
I think so.
I think so
too. If you say it. But yes. And for sure, if people follow our Instagram, which is Twisted Barbados, also on Facebook, it's the same Twisted Barbados, and on Twitter.
On Twitter, yes.
We have to revamp the Twitter now.
Right? No, Twitter's it's a whole different sphere from traditional social media. So I completely understand when brands are on there.
Twitter is the place to be now, it seems.
Right, exactly. People moving away from Instagram, so Twitter's a new place.
Yep. And, we always have our little online competitions and everything as well. So follow our social media, stay up to date about all the information about the event. We still have details to release, like the location.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
The location hasn't been released as yet, so that information is going to be coming soon, as well as I said, any giveaways, and just any other information that you need to know about the event.
Yeah.
So everything is going to be on there.
Perfect stuff. We're looking forward to the event, as you know.
Me too.
I want to get this interview and make sure let me do this early so I could be able to talk to you early and not when the season heat up and it's July and y'all like, don't confuse me now, Luke. You know, it's like
I would never say that to you.
So I said, let me talk to you earlier one get, and it's no hot off the press. It's still, everybody's still in a buzz about Tipsy.
Honestly, the response is really overwhelming. Like, you know that Yes is a big artist and I mean, his following is more than the population of Barbados
right? Like,
on Instagram.
Look at his following. It's just like, whew.
But it's still, shocking to see people have such a positive response and to just get all that support.
Yeah.
I say this all the time. We are truly grateful because you plan an event, if you don't get the support.
Yeah, you can't go nothing. And
Exactly.
Things fall off. Yeah.
So, and that's why we really strive to maintain a certain level and customer satisfaction as best as we can.
Yeah.
As I said, of course, nothing's perfect.
Nothing exactly.
We just try our best because we would be nothing without the support that we get, for sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Richel, for coming on our show.
Thank you too. It's been great.
It's been absolutely fantastic. Yes. So again, I hope to see you in the future. If not for slightly before Tipsy, then for definitely to talk about being Tipsy later on this year.
Yes, definitely. And all the things we have in store.
All the things you have in store, exactly.
All right. Thanks so much, Luke.
Take care. Thank you for listening to our podcast. This episode was recorded and produced by Robbie at Nameless Productions.
That's Nameless. Papi Robbie Niles in the studio.